Hello, everyone. It is Monday, and we didn't do a live earlier today, as you guys can tell. So I thought I'd come on and do a live, just chatting with you guys now and see what's going on with everybody and how everybody is doing. Hope you all are well. But yeah, let's see what everybody's up to. All right. Hey, Joseph, how's it going? Hope you are well. All right, there we go. I am well, thank you for asking. Oh, not so well. Had a lot of snow to shovel today, and there might be more tomorrow because it snowed again a bit. Yeah, it was shitty because last night when I went to bed there was no snow on the ground. Well, a little bit, but and then woke up this morning and like a foot and a half, 2 feet of snow. It's like for fuck's sakes. Well, maybe not 2 feet. 2 feet might be a bit much. Maybe a foot to a foot and a half is more accurate. But yeah, so wasn't the best day. So just gotta say, hello, pony person. Sylvia gets, or Sylvia. Well, Sylvia too. But Olivia says I get to hang out with the captain. Yes, yes, you do. Daniel says if you shovel it, it just makes it more. It snow more. Let the person that put it there clean it up, right? I hate to sound like a prick, but your mic is a little low. Well, that's impossible because it's the exact same setup I use every time. I'm just not talking loud enough. So, set up for the audio because there's nothing to fix. There's literally no settings I can change. This is what I use all the time for lives. Hasn't changed. So, I'm just talking a little bit quieter, I guess. Hello, Chris and ISFJ. Yeah, I mean, it was an okay day. I actually did not feel well when I was finishing shoveling snow. Shoveling snow is like the worst goddamn thing ever. My back wasn't the issue because I took some back pills before I shoveled the snow. But when I came in, I was really lightheaded. I needed to lay down for a while. So there's a combination of things. There's one of like four things wrong. Either I'm fat, I'm out of shape, or I'm fat and out of shape, or I'm just old. I mean, there's those four things that could be all the above. There might be a fifth option, but yeah. So shoveling is not ideal, and hopefully we don't have to do much more of it. Hopefully we don't have to do any tomorrow. But yeah. So anybody that says, you know, they would trade all that they have to have some snow. I don't know, Joseph. I'm looking at you. Bit of a problem for me because snow kind of sucks. Thanks, Olivia. Wow. Wow. Toss a coin to your Trekyarder. Oh yeah. There you go. Do you actually smoke that nifty pipe behind you? No, that's my dad's pipe. My dad smoked that when I was growing up. So no, it's just part of the Sherlock Holmes display. So my grail is Emperor Giorgio. Oh, Emperor Giorgio's sword from Discovery, the screen used one. I mean, I need to look at it again. Jeff says snow is no fun. I agree. Joseph says, Stuart, I would happily trade you our heat for your snow in a heartbeat. Well, you fucking come and do it, bud. You come and shovel this fucking snow. Snow is a pain in the ass. If it's a light dusting of snow, or if it's like, you know, a cabin in the middle of nowhere, you literally have nowhere to go. You don't have to shovel it. It's fine. It's snowing. You got the fireplace going, and it's like a mild, like, you know, -5, maybe -10 degrees outside. But when it's a bitter cold and it just keeps snowing and snowing and snowing, and you have to clear out the driveway, you have to clear off the cars, it's not good. So yeah, I would trade you heat for snow any day of the week. Geraldine, snow totally sucks. We got ice, then snow, double suckarama. Well, yeah. It's even worse when you get snow and then a little bit of freezing drizzle on top of it. So you got this like nice hard layer of ice on top of all the snow that you have to shovel. So that being said, it wasn't super heavy snow today, so shouldn't really complain, but Olivia says puts in $5, so thank you, Olivia. Much appreciated. Cheers. You're not old, you're super young. Man, if only I could age like you. That sounds like an insult. I don't know how to feel about that. But thank you for the super chat. So it's no fun, especially when you're running summer snow on these tires. Oi. Yeah, that could be a problem. Good evening, mon capitaine. Don't care if I misspelled, say it like you. Good evening, mon capitaine. Mon capitaine. I don't know how he says it. Buy a snowblower, I will guarantee you will never snows by you again. Yeah. Well, the problem is my driveway's not big enough for a snowblower, and I don't have a garage to store it in. And you can't let it sit outside because it get covered in snow. And I have like 2 cars, sometimes 3 cars in my driveway, so I got to shovel between the cars and between my neighbors' cars, which are also in the same driveway. And they only shovel their half of the driveway because they're such considerate people. Even though a lot of times I'll shovel their half as well while I'm out there, because why not? It's only like another car length and a little bit. So even though I shovel theirs, they don't ever shovel mine. So I'll come out, their sides all shoveled because they had to go to work. And my side's like a foot deep. And it's like you couldn't even shovel up to our cars. You had to like leave this like the space of like a foot or so. To actually just to the middle of the driveway. I wish I could get a snowblower. I maybe get one of those little snow sweepers or those little powered snow shovel things. Might get one of those, but yeah, right now I don't have one of those. Those would actually come in handy, one of those small ones, because I really don't have that much to do usually. It just gets really heavy, and the fact that it's one side of the car, I gotta like push it over the back of the car and then push it over to get it off the driveway. It's heavy and it's shitty and I hate it, and snow sucks, and yeah, snow is evil. Chris says she's beautiful. Who's beautiful? Oh, the pipe. Nothing about snow is fun. I don't know why people look forward to it. Yeah. Snow. When I was young, I liked playing in it, but yeah, nothing is, yeah, there's really no positives. 10 minutes till home. I just remembered that I don't have gin no more. Anyone can beam me some over. I don't know if I have gin, and the transporter's broken, so that's a big negatory on that one. Joseph says, I don't want to argue with you about the weather. I'd rather have a piss up and try to drink you under the table. Well, there you go. We'll have to try that sometime. Libby throws in $2. How's my precious? My precious. She's fine. She's just over there in the chair, looking all depressed and sad and pathetic. So in other words, situation normal. It's all good. It's all good. The more expensive the equipment, the less snow you'll get. It's science. This is true. It's true. Like when you wash your car, then it rains after being a drought for 2.5 weeks. Literally happened to me this summer. Go Figure says, what is happening, my man? I don't know. Not much. Go figure. That's funny. Living in New England, I can't imagine what the snow in Canada is like. I mean, it can be pretty tame, but it can also be really shitty. We live in the snow belt. We have the lake effect. Because where I'm located in London, Ontario, we're right in the middle, smack dab of the Great Lakes. So you get what's called lake effect, and we're literally in the snow belt. And sometimes we can get, like, quite a few years ago, we had something called Snowmageddon, where it just kept snowing and snowing. It shut the city down because the snow was so deep here. It was ridiculous. And a lot of times when London gets snow, the surrounding area doesn't. And when the surrounding area gets covered in snow, we get nothing here in London. London's kind of a weird anomaly that way. But yeah, it sucks for sure. Eric says, I share a driveway with a neighbor. Their teenage son sometimes shovels mine, and then I return the favor. Today I was out twice, and so was he. Now just waiting for the dreaded plow. Yeah. I had the plow come by about an hour after I finished, and that's heavy snow, because that's all the snow and ice from the street, plus the salt and sand that they put down, all compacted into the foot of or the mouth of your driveway. It's hell, especially after you just finished shoveling. So yeah, I hear you. Mark says, have you watched Peacemaker yet? Yes, all 3 episodes. Oi. Yours too? There's a lot of that going around lately. A lot of what? Turd says, Trekyards, my job puts me on the phone with people from all over the U.S. When I speak to someone in California or Florida, they go, oh, I love snow. Good. Come shovel my driveway, asshole. Jeff Sturm, would the transporter remove the impurities in the gin, with the alcohol and everything because of the biofilters? You could probably set it to that, sure. I don't think it would do that automatically necessarily. So, Jeff Sturm, we get the lake effect snow from Long Island. Patrick is here, and he says, I fucking hate snow like we got today. Yeah, we got quite a bit today as well. Or last night, anyway. Went to bed, there's no snow. Woke up, there's a shit ton of snow. It's like, the fuck you say? How about no? How far are you from Windsor? The reason I ask is, you ever heard of the Windsor Hum? We're like an hour from Windsor, and Windsor Hum sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I'm caught up on what it is. So I'll say I haven't heard of it because it doesn't ring a bell. Like the sound, okay, the term Windsor Hum rings a bell, and I think I remember hearing something about it a few years ago, but I cannot for the life of me tell you exactly what it would be that I would have to describe in that regard. So yeah, we're like an hour from Windsor. SC Scout Guy, you are getting the same storm that dropped 6 inches of snow on us in South Carolina, I mentioned the other day. Yeah, we are. I think it depends on the settings. The transporter, even replicators, can make real alcohol. Yes. Go Figure says, yeah, us Ontario guys got Snowmageddon too. Yeah, we were by Lake Simcoe. Weather can be so different than areas like 20 minutes away. Yeah. See, Go Figure knows where it's at. He Go Figure. I mean, hey, he knows. 10.5 inches. That's what she says. Right. Long Island does not get lake effect. Okay. It's 55 here in southern Louisiana. I don't know what the fuck that means. Is that warm? Is that hot? I don't know. What is that in real temperature? Really, Precious? Fuck, she turns around in the chair and like sits down so hard in the chair it hits the bookcase, and the whole bookcase like boom, 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 falls. Which probably isn't that great of a thing. Yeah. Anyway, good job. Good job, Precious. If you haven't had a chance yet, hit that like button. Yes, 27 likes. Let's go for 30. 3 more. I think we can do that easily. It wasn't so bad, but my counseling meeting was moved to tomorrow because tech staff couldn't make it in. Oh no. Eric throws in $5. You loved snow as a kid, and then you grow up and have to shovel it and drive in it. Yeah. Cheers to that. According to another Canadian YouTuber who lives in Windsor, says it's a subsonic sound wave that interferes with his recording gear. Yeah, I think there is a weird anomaly like that, but like I said, I think I heard about it years ago, but I don't know much about it, so interesting. Puggy snores. Yes, the puggy does snore. And yes, she is being a bit of a snory shithead right now. Pony says, I would like a bit of snow, not too much that is, because I'm lazy and don't want to pay for removal. Hey, dystopian guy. How's it going? It's going well, sir. Co-figure says, today would have been the perfect day as a child for your Hoth figures out to play and lose a few, lol. Yeah. Used to love playing with G.I. Joe and stuff outside when I was a kid. I miss that shit. Turd says, Windsor hum is like the Taos hum. Taos, Arizona, supposedly alien influence. John Doe, Scotty stuck himself in a transporter loop, and Dr. Pulaski was cured from the super being children's immune response when her body started aging. Yet the biofilters work, but you need an old sample. Mr. Raven Productions, I fucking hate it because it interferes with the mail and grocery deliveries in my area. And that does suck, yes. Mark Grant puts in $5. Not sure if I mentioned, but I'm a local politician. You didn't mention, but cheers. Thank you so much for the super chat. What do you mean by local? Like London local? Oh, well then you need to fix your fucking, if you have influence. Actually, my mother-in-law is friends with the mayor of London, so. But anyway, if you have any influence, get the snowplow operators to not be complete cunts. I've seen YouTube videos and stuff where in certain areas they have a little gate that drops down that when it comes to a driveway, they drop it down and it like doesn't fill in the driveway. So I don't know if your political influence is that, expansive that you can do that, make some kind of change. But let me know which where you're a local politician at. And you know what I think about politics, right? I don't have a political side. I'm not left or right or middle or whatever. I really don't give a fuck, and I don't really know anything about it, don't understand it, don't care about it. It doesn't influence, well, it does influence me, but nothing I can do about it regardless, so I just don't talk about it or care. So just wanted to put that out there, just so you know. But yeah, so anyway, moving on. Olivia, look, if Precious is being annoying, then I will take her. She will be the main reason why my loads are always overweight. Amen. Amen. Matt says, I thankfully haven't had to shovel a driveway or scrape my car in 11 years. That's great, man. I'm so happy for you. Yay. Tom says, speaking of snow, how were the snowballs Wesley created on the holodeck able to exist in the hallway and hit Picard? Easy. It created actual water on the holodeck, which was actual snow. See, that's the thing that people don't get. I don't want to get a whole fucking rant about holodecks again, for fuck's sakes. All right, holodecks use the same technology as transporters and replicators. You could... Precious! It's the same way that... for elementary My Dear Data, Professor Moriarty drew a picture of the Enterprise on a piece of paper, and Geordi and Data were able to walk out into the hallway and take the paper with them so that Geordi could show him, how did you see this? How did he draw this? So they used replicator technology. Same reason that Cyrus Redblock could step off of the holodeck and then deteriorate, because you can adjust the settings in a holodeck. Let's say you're a woodworker. You like working with your hands. You like making, you're a carpenter. You want to make a little wood horse for your daughter. You go into the holodeck, you create a woodworking shop. Now, all of the wood that you're working with, you can program to take it with you, to keep it. It's actual wood. They'll replicate wood for you on the holodeck. You whittle away, you make you only get half of it done one day. You can take it with you back to your quarters, store it away, take it back to the holodeck the next day, start working on it again with the tools in there, blah, 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 and you got a real fucking wooden horse that you can take out of the holodeck. Same with when you eat in a holodeck. You think when you eat a big meal in the holodeck, you walk out and all of a sudden your stomach's empty? No. You fucking made replicated food in a big industrial-sized replicator that is the holodeck, and you ate it. So when you leave, if you want a nice date in the holodeck and you leave, you're not going to be fucking hungry as soon as you leave the holodeck. You can program the holodeck to do multiple things. So the fact that a snowball came out of the thing and hit Picard is perfectly fine. Snow's pretty fucking simple to make. It was actual snow. The computer can remove it when you say end program. It can dematerialize it back into its constituent parts. But as it sits in the holodeck, it's actual fucking snow. So when it leaves the confines of the holodeck, if it's not a complex organism or a complex program, and you've actually tweaked your holodeck settings to be whatever you want, it uses replicated fucking material. Same thing you get in a replicator in your quarters. You don't replicate food in your replicator and can only eat it in the replicator alcove. You can fucking take it out and eat it, and it stays in your stomach. You know why? Because it's replicated. That's exactly how a holodeck works. I don't understand why this is so fucking complicated for people to understand. It's not fucking rocket science, guys. Okay? Moving on. Sorry, that was a rant. I get really ranty about holodeck shit. Broken speaker, I'm here. Life can continue. Hi, everybody. Hi, broken speaker. Trek or not, I guess you have no plan for Destination Trek this year. Not yet, no. The mail in your area doesn't drive giant trucks. It does here, yes. Also, a guy that walks, our daily mail carrier just walks the neighborhood, but... Pumpkin spice, malevolent or benign, would you want to meet an extraterrestrial being? Yes. Turd says, politicians are like your butthole, both full of shit at any given moment. Wow, don't be so mean. Let's see, it's replicator tech with working in tandem with holographic tech. Amen, brother. SC Scout Guy, we know that you hate Doug Ford as much as you hate politics. Guy's a fucking pimple on society's ass. He needs to be popped. Trek or not, would it not? I better be careful. Mark is from Oakville. Shit, I just saw that. Don't know if you know Mr. Ford, but I really don't like him, so I really don't care. You can pass that on to him if you like. Would it not be more effective to flamethrower the snow? What? Matt Boardman, ha ha ha, I love the sarcasm. What sarcasm? Go Figure says there is a rage. There is no rage like that created by shoveling your driveway and then have the plow come by and it done all of your work. It gets me like there are 4 lights angry. Tom Siri says, okay, I can buy that. That's exactly what I was saying, Tom. Why are you giving Pony Person the credit for that? I made a whole on-screen discussion on how the replicator works, and I can use replicated materials inside the fucking holodeck. And you say, thanks, Pony Person. I can buy that. I was saying the exact same fucking thing. For the love of God. Mark Grant says, puts in $5, so thank you. Cheers. Hope you don't hate me yet. Oakville, not in your area. Sorry, I hate politicians too. Cheers. Oakville is a really nice city. Yes, it is. Donnie is here. Hey, Donnie. SC Scout guy. The same reason that Picard could use a Thompson submachine gun to kill Borg drones. Yeah, he turned the safety protocols off. So those weren't holographic bullets. Or they were, because he said even a holographic bullet could kill. Regardless, yeah, it's the same thing. Although he did kill those Borg drones in the holodeck, so that argument doesn't quite fly. But yeah, in the Star Trek TNG ship manual, even says the holodecks use transporters and yes, it does. Glad you took the wooden horse as an example. Horses are always good. Sure they are, Pony Person. Sure they are. Turd says, so the season 2 episode where Pulaski was restored by taking her hair to restore her DNA from before catching the age disease. Why don't you just do that normally? Plot armor, I guess. Yeah, sure. Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice, yeah. So why eat Leola root, whatever, slop Neelix made that day? I would go get a steak from the holodeck. Okay, pumpkin spice. You remember in Voyager they had holodeck. They had allotted holodeck time. First of all, you need to request that and reserve it. And they also had replicator rations, right? So if you're going to go to the holodeck, are you really going to want to use your replicator rations in the holodeck or in your quarters at your replicator? You could, if you go on a fancy date on the holodeck, you could transfer your replicator rations to that and have your meal there. But you're not going to be doing that every night. You only have so much replicator rations. I like the idea of the kitchen. I like Neelix. I don't know why people don't like Neelix. Everybody fucking lay off of Neelix. I would have liked to try some of his food. Sure, some of it didn't look or sound really great, but hey, it is what it is. It's a cafeteria. It's kind of a neat experience to have a communal cafeteria experience with other people. I kind of miss that from like high school and shit. But anyway, and sometimes the worst food was the best food. Like that fucking thin-ass square pizza they give you, that was some good shit. I'm just saying. I looked forward to those days. The hot dogs, those are also pretty good. So anyway, yeah, lay off of Neelix, man. Okay, Precious. I'm going to kick you out if you keep it up. So if a female user of a holodeck hooks up with a holo character, does she walk out with a holo protein? Oh, for fuck's sakes. That was awesome. What was awesome? Nemesis Warrior. If they can go warp speed, holodeck is easy to understand. Right? But no one here understands holodecks. We get the same questions for holodecks all the time. Like, use your fucking brain, think about it, and apply it to what you've seen. I don't get why people don't understand the basics of how a holodeck works. Well, how did that come off the holodeck? Because it's replicated. It's fine. It's not a holographic piece of paper. I don't know. Whatever. You guys do you. Not everything on the holodeck is a hologram, just for the record. Eric Martin, $2. You must be dry after that rant. I mean, cheers to that. JB, I truly walked in on the best rant alert ever. Matthew Hilty, no, it was a good rant. That makes sense. Good explanation. Thank you, Matthew. Turd says your holodeck rant validates the disgustingness of lower deck splooge and poop moment. Although, why not just break it down with holodeck tech? More plot armor? Oh, for fuck's sakes, yes. Turd, that pissed me off, and I've had words with Mike McMahon about that, because we always said, there was always that fucking joke, who cleans out the holodeck after everybody leaves? Nobody. It takes the fucking shit. Let's say you had a shit in the toilet on the holodeck. It takes that shit, which is actual shit, and fucking, when the program ends, it converts it to its constituent components and allots it in the proper places in the ship's system. You know, it's pretty good for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the waste is extracted and turned into usable molecules and energy, which is then used by the replicators to create food and other components or things needed for the ship. There's nothing wasted. So the empty the holodeck thing was fucking annoying. And Mike McMahon apologized to me because it is a trope and they just wanted to address it. That was a disgusting lower decks kind of job, even though it would never be a job. I don't understand the problem. It's like I said, it's a huge industrial size fucking replicator and transporter. So any material that you leave in there that you don't want to take with you, which the computer would know you wouldn't want to take your shit, your cum, or your piss out of the fucking holodeck. So it's automatically going to convert that when it breaks down all the holographic and replicated matter that it created for your adventure to make it more realistic. It's going to break that all down to constituent parts when the program's over. It's the same thing that happens when you take a shit on a starship. You think the shit goes into a fucking sewer system and there's a big slush tank? Yes, there is a deuterium slush tank, but there is not a shit slush tank. You know why? Because as soon as you flush or whatever the fuck you do, it takes that shit and it breaks it down on the molecular level and uses that energy and those components to create food, which a lot of people would say is gross, but it's not. And whatever else is needed, fabric, metal, whatever you need to replicate. That's how a starship works. It's a self-contained system. So again, yes. Patrick says, we love you, Stuart. Good, I'm glad. Funny person, how about a phaser rifle versus snow? Would be fun. Not much of a contest, but yeah. It was before your rent, dear Captain. You mean my rant? Okay, Precious. You need to move from the position you're in. Okay? You're really starting to annoy me. Move this. Put this behind you. Come here. Move. There you go. Lay down like that now. You're less likely to snore in that position. Goddamn dog. All right. Jaddock, member of 15 months to become captain. Time to poke the bear. Wait, I want to live. Matt Boardman, have you ever made it to Barrie, Stuart? Yeah, I've been to Barrie quite a few times. Yes. Is the answer. My brother lives in Barrie. So one of my, the youngest of three brothers, my middle brother Sean, he lives in Barrie. So, yes. Ensign MJS, evening, sir. Mark Ryer Grant throws in $5. Ford is a butt hat, as in a hat made from his butt, but I won't want it on my head. He had no plan for COVID. He only reacts. Well, he had a plan for COVID. Use his brothers or his family's fucking factories that make the fucking COVID stickers, like 2 meters apart for the floor, those stickers, and it made him how many millions of dollars? He went in being premier with like $3 million was his net worth. Now it's up to like 16 million or some shit because of this, because someone in his family owns a place that does vinyl decals and shit, and they were selling these, and they were, of course, every place in Ontario had to fucking get them because it was the law. I am the law, you know. And so he fucking made millions off that shit. And yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Moving on. SC Scout guy. Wait, you guys had that thin triangle pizza in your school lunch in Canada as well? Degrassi lied to me. Not trying. Yes, rectangular cut. Yes, we did. It looks almost like plastic. But it was good. I liked it. Manhal, just getting to know your channel. Super happy to have discovered you. Looking forward to your further breakdown of Prodigy. Blew my mind. Ooh, thank you very much. There's a lot of content to go back and watch, so make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bell icons to get notified when we do new ones. But yes, thank you so much for enjoying the content. But go back and watch some of the old stuff. We got a lot of great content. Your line about holodecks, totally agree. Jeddick says, I think they're puggy farts and Stuart. I'm poking the bear for fun. Please don't hate me. Well, they're not. She's not farting. I can tell you that for sure. But yeah, Squadricourse throws in $1. Thank you so much, Squadricourse. And Darth Thor, turn on American football Moon Knight trailer in a minute. No. You know why? Because in an hour, YouTube. I'll be able to see it there. It's fine. Nothing is worth turning on American football. Drinking Despeditos or Corona beer? Neither. I'm drinking Sleeman. Donnie says, I myself love football of various kinds, not just gridiron. Olivia Julius throws in $5. Remember what we talked about. Do not provoke the captain. It's true. Only more people got the memo. But I'm more entertaining when I'm provoked and I tend to rant. So I guess that's the thing. I'm not late. You're late. Eric Martin. The hash browns were pretty good in the school cafeteria. Probably took 5 years off my lifespan. Stuart hates sports. He can watch it later on YouTube. Thank you, says Sea Scout Guy. Pumpkin Spice. Lower Decks goes lowest denominator way too often. Not way too often. Almost perfectly. Every now and then, slightly too often. Shannon says, I've arrived, despite YouTube not telling me again. Good to see you, Shannon. Trekyards. Disco missed a trick. In the future, Starship should be able to beam out damaged hull matter, recycle, and replace instantly with hybrid Repla transporter tech, advancing Voyager finale armor. You should be waiting for them. Donnie says, as for mine, it was wonderful despite the calls. Oh, still don't care. Sounds like football talk to me. Trekyards. This also would be a god tech because matter would slowly be lost to space during damage and would lean somewhat on the ship's power systems to replace lost hull armor. Hull matter. Sorry, that was disgusting. SC Scout Guy. Guys, 54 people watching and 43 likes. Everyone hit like. Hit like. We got 45 likes now. I want to get to 50. That's 5 more likes, guys. Hit that like button. Nemesis Warrior. So does the ship wipe bottom area by transporting the foreign matter away? No more toilet paper? Possibly. Possibly. You ever wonder on a long shuttle trip, some of those smaller shuttles like the Type 15s or, you know, Type 6, they don't have toilets. Do you see toilet in those things? How do you get the shit? You beam it out of your bowels. Then you don't have to worry about wiping. You know what I'm saying? Just walk onto it, isolate your bowels, make sure you don't get any of the actual bowel material. Just beam that shit out into space. Fun fact. Pumpkin Spice. Ask Trip Tucker. He can tell you what happens when you flush the toilet. Shannon says, I think Lower Decks is excused only because Santa Incorporated exists. I just want humor. Santa Inc. What? Hello, chat. But oh man, that look insane. Matt Borbin says, ask your brother if he remembers a news story a few years back about some guy going into Barrie City Hall and threatening to kill the mayor. Just learned today that was my cousin. Holy shit, dude. Okay, I'll ask him that. Damn, that's weird. Shannon says, by the way, Cap, tell me that you Canadians don't unnecessarily add a U to words like dishonor and color and favorite. I would tell you that, but I can't tell you that because half the time we do, half the time we don't. Depends on what kind of mood we're in and what our autocorrect says. We are still partly British, and that's a British thing. So yes, words like honor and color occasionally do have U's in them. They don't have to. Sometimes we Americanize it and do it without the U. But yeah, that is actually a thing. Either way is correct. So, love that freaking school pizza. You just enhanced any lack of flavor with ranch dressing. Yes, as with all things. Pumpkin Spices saw a YouTube video on the first Star Trek film developing Planet of the Titans. It was canceled, and they worked on developing Phase 2, and that was canceled for the motion picture. Yeah, I think I probably just watched the same video as you did the other day. Would like to pick your brain a bit, Captain. May help with my writing. So my question is, what do you think the difference between Stargate and Star Trek transporters is? Sorry, I can't super chat. No money. That would be more of a Samuel question. He's really into the tech of Stargate. Because they use the rings, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what the difference would be. I don't think there would be much. I think that they would convert the matter of the people into energy, which gets stored in the rings, and then the rings zoom, 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 show up, and then zoom, phase it back in. I think that'd be the only difference, that it actually needs the physical rings, whereas a transporter doesn't. Transporter only needs one pad. Not even. You can do site-to-site transport. So that would be my guess, that all the information is stored in the rings themselves. I don't know. Good question. That's a Samuel question, though. Shannon says, my school pizza sucked. It had no soul. It was the square pizza with square pepperoni. That was so inadequate, but the smiley fries were okay. We had round pepperoni on our square pizza. Sleeman Brown Ale, loved it. Yeah, this is just the Sleeman original draft. Sleeman, very Canadian. It's got a maple leaf there. I don't know if you can see it, but a maple leaf with a beaver. So, good beer. Their honey lager, the Sleeman honey lager, is really good as well. My high school got caught serving horse meat, which you can get a very nasty autoimmune disease from. We always joked about the burgers losing the fourth race at the track. It was true. Oh my God, that's awful. Eric says, when is the Mike McMahon interview being released? I know Samuel's going to start on Adair, so he actually, I think he'll be doing it on his own. He actually has another interview with Mike McMahon coming up soon to ask him a few things about one of his fan films that he's doing. So he does want to get those out, but it's feature length. It's like just about 2 hours worth of interview, and he's got to go through all that and break that down into little, 10-15 minute long interview things about specific topics. So soon, it'll be out soon. He said he was going to start it later this week. We'll see. Shannon says, hated fire drills too. They never told you when they were. I was playing Monopoly with my classmates once and it went off and the money went flying. Oh no. Number one says, have you watched Peacemaker yet? Yes, all 3 episodes so far. Patrick says, he's talking about the Moon Knight trailer. Who is? What is happening? Don't know. Matt says, it was definitely a crazy finish to that game. Shannon Murphy, damn, that should go under what was the big scandal at your school on Reddit. Trekyards, I feel the need for Speed. Ow! Coming to a location near you very slowly. Day before my birthday. Better be anyway. More superhero stuff. Overkill. Pass. It's not really superhero stuff, dude. Fuck. Peacemaker's its own fucking thing. And it's hilarious. So, if you don't want to watch it, you're fucking lost, my friend. You do you. John Doe. The Binars passed out at the end of the episode, so that means they programmed Minuet once, but if they did, why was she so lifeless when Riker turned the holodeck back on? I don't know. I don't know. Because it wasn't her, first of all. It was a different woman. But, yeah, I don't know. Turd says, in a very early episode of Voyager, Janeway says she will authorize taking the security locks off all the industrial replicators, i.e. means they made more hull plating and torpedoes. Matthew Hilty throws in $5. Thank you. Are the navigational shields on the Enterprise D a separate system, or is it just the normal shields powered to a minimum level? By navigational shields, I'm assuming you mean the deflector grid. And the deflector grid would be a separate system. Unless I'm very much mistaken. Colin says, it's quite possible that in the future probiotics could be used to eliminate the need for it to pass solid waste. Well, that'd be cool. Shannon says, partly British. Y'all should have kept your accents. Pumpkin Spice. Santa Inc. is an animated movie from drug idiot Seth Rogen and terrible Sarah Silverman. She used to be cute, but now it's just mean. Hey, I like Sarah Silverman. I mean, back in her Voyager days. I don't know much about. Everybody's all like, Sarah Silverman, ooh, her politics. I don't give a flying fuck about people's politics. If I liked them back in the day, whatever. Like I said, I don't pay attention to politics. I don't fucking care. So as of right now, I think Sarah Silverman's all right. I don't know what she said or what she's done politically. I really don't care. So whatever. I just know her from Voyager and some of her stand-up stuff back in the day. So those gates just transport you from one place to another. There's no crossroads in between. I'm thinking of the Alluvian mirrors from Dragon Age. I honestly don't know. Samuel would be better to explain how the tech of Stargate works than I would. In later seasons of Stargate, they got the Asgard transporter tech, very Star Trek-like. Yes, that's true. Absolutely. Didn't the Stargates create wormholes between the two gates? For the gates, yes, but not for the transportation system, the teleport system. But yes, the gates were wormholes. Pony person, Asgard can do site-to-site transport. Yes, I'm aware. I don't know how their technology works. It's probably the same as the transporter would be my guess. I don't know. Pony person, horse meat. I'm intrigued. Gross. Shannon Murphy, I blame my small town and Michelle Obama. I hate spinach, but she didn't care. Daniel says, hey, Captain, have you thought about doing any ship analysis of the Space Above and Beyond series? Possibly. I mean, that's a Fleet Yards thing. We have a few Fleet Yards filmed. We have a lot more scripts written for Fleet Yards. We just need the time to do them. That's where the magic comes in. Will we get a special live on Top Gun? Fuck yes, we will. And Matt Boardman, you'd better be there. Because yes, we're going to break down Top Gun Maverick right after I see it. And I'm going to see it about 15 fucking times in theaters if it's any good. So, yes. Peacemaker is awesome. We also had a pet milk, or brand milk at our cafeteria. That milk smelled to me, just stank. Ew. Eric Martin, I wish they would release Top Gun Maverick at March break. Everyone was so starved for entertainment. I think it would do big box office. Amen, Eric. What do you think about the state of Star Trek Online? I think it's fine. It's probably in a bit of a holding pattern, a little bit stagnant right now, but it's what they can do. There's no real way to make advancements on it, honestly. Any word on why Orville is canceled already? No. This is the first time hearing about it. I know season 3 is coming out in March. And Doug hasn't said it's been canceled. If it has, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Shannon, what? British accents are awesome. And they're so different from place to place. It's true. But it makes you sound like an asshole. A very sophisticated and educated and evil asshole. But an asshole nonetheless. Just kidding, all you British people. Let's go listen to Newfie talk. Way better than British. Yeah, it's true. Hi, Captain. Have you been playing Mass Effect? No, I haven't. So I'm just going to cut that off there. Curtis, I have not. Good to see you, though, Curtis. Stuart, do people ever ask you questions here that are just so nerdy that you have to think to yourself, damn, man, what the fuck? Usually not. No. I'm ready for anything pretty much. Sometimes I just don't have an answer or I can't figure out an answer. Other times when I'm winding down, trying to catch up to the end of the chat, and somebody asked me something like the last live I did, where they sent a super chat even and asked me about which Star Trek characters I'd like to see crossover into other series. That's a very complicated question that would take a while to answer, and I was on the wind down, so when they come back and ask it again, I told them to, without super chatting, I will answer it, but I couldn't get to it at the time, so. But no, nothing's really too nerdy. Area 51, had some fun taking my vehicle dancing on the slippery roads here in central New York. Thank God for all-wheel drive. If you're in bad weather, stay safe out there. Matt Bourbon, heck yes, I will be there. Good, because I'm going to grill you. And I'm going to point out every goddamn special effects error that there is. I'm just kidding, I probably won't even notice any, but anyway. Colin, I wish I could ignore politics. I've been dragged into emergency planning sessions because Uncle Vlad has decided Russia is not big enough and needs more territory. That sucks, Colin. Shannon, I wonder if the southern accent is the British accent slowed down with longer, well, maybe. Alex says a Fleet Yards on the Expanse would be good. Yeah, I just finished the Expanse. I really enjoyed it. Matt Borman, I believe season 3 of the Orville is expected to be the last. Dun, dun, dun. Then they're going to go into movies. I don't know. Shannon says, I keep getting over encumbered in STO and stopped playing. I was doing more inventory management than actual questing. I don't do any inventory management bullshit. I just fly my ship around, do the occasional mission here and there. I don't do all that shit. So. Turd says, I remember last stream you said to watch Steve Wallace. I did not hear your response. I do like his streams. Watching a dude heat up food in a parking lot. LOL. Turd, I do watch Steve Wallace. Hold on. I remember last stream you said you watched Steve Wallace. Yes, this is true. I did not hear your response. To what? Me watching Steve Wallace? Yes, I watch Steve Wallace all the time. I watched the one yesterday that he uploaded where it was an unfinished nuclear fallout shelter. It was essentially just a cave that he was camping in. So there's your response, Turd. I don't know what you mean specifically. I do like his streams. Okay, that's good. Watching a dude heat up food in a parking lot. Yes, that is Steve Wallace. He always makes me hungry, though. Every time I watch, he's got such interesting meal ideas, or usually he does. Sometimes it's kind of crap. But every time I watch him, it gets me hungry. Like last night, he made fucking ravioli. And it's like, oh, I wish I had passed in the house. But anyway, yes. So Turd, yes. We share Steve Wallace in common, you and I. Shannon says that's just the evil Brit trope. It's a trope. Yep. That's it. AC Castillo, the Orville has been given the thumbs up for a third run. But will no longer air on Fox, and so will be jumping over to Hulu. Yes, both are owned by Disney, though, so very little is changing. Yes. Judge 1981 salutes the captain, checking in before bed. Welcome, Judge 1981, and off to bed with you, sir. Thank you so much. The Darth Eddie, I learned that the Hasbro Black Series Darth Vader helmet, based on the Kenobi series, is supposed to be released around June, so this opens the possibility that Kenobi will premiere sooner than we think. That's cool. Doug is here. Douglas Clemens. Good evening, Captain. How are you doing? I'm doing well, Doug. Good to see you. Shannon, I'm a snob. Queen's English is my favorite. Matt Boardman, I just hope you enjoy it. I fucking know it better. Better be the perfect fucking movie. It'd be the best. It better be the best movie ever. There should be no mistakes. Nothing that anybody can pick apart. Every review about it online should be, this is the fucking gold standard for fucking movies, considering how long it's taken. I'm pretty sure I'll like it, though. Daniel May, what era of Star Trek would you like to see a movie of or portrayed in Paramount Plus? Paramount Plus. We've seen movies from almost every era. I wouldn't mind seeing an actual TOS movie, like In a Mirror Darkly, kind of reimagined TOS, like done right. Yes, that'd be great. Or like I said, all in the Lost era between the movies, Star Trek 6 and like TNG would be amazing. Something in there. YJ Wrangler. If that were true, Shannon, you would have wrote favorite. Yes, there you go. Well, thank you, YJ Wrangler. That's right. Pony Person. For a Star Trek character in some other franchise, an easy one would be Q. Discord in MLP is pretty much Q. Discord in MLP. In voice and spirit, that is. What is MLP? Area 51 is disappointed by his lack of accent. Will says, I brought my Nike sneakers and I'm ready for the mothership, Captain. Oh, that's rough, dude. I don't have any Kool-Aid. And no, people died. What's wrong with you? Will? No. There's no comets. We're fine. It's good. Put your Nikes away and don't just do it. Shannon Murphy, the U is unnecessary. It sounds the same anyways. Well, welcome to the fucking English language. There's a lot of letters that are unnecessary. Look at the British word for line. It's Q. Q-U-E. U-E. Q. It's like 5 letters when you need one fucking letter to say the same thing. Anyway. AC Costello, hunker down. See, he's a Steve Wallace fan as well. There you go. Curtis says, sounds like the Orville is like the original Trek, and they have 3 seasons also. Yeah, there you go. So all these Steve Wallace fans, if any of you contribute to his beer donation fund, you know how there's always a message? I dare one of you to put hello Trekyards or hello Captain Foley if you're one of his Patreon subscribers, and you can alter your message. I dare you, because I'll see it. I'll see it, because I watch all of his shit, and I do try to read all of the... There are a lot, though. But I wish I had as many Patreon patrons as he does. Steve Wallace, the stealth camper? Yes. That's cool that you watch him. Hell yeah. DFH Studios. Oh, Captain, my Captain. There you go. Go subscribe to DFH Studios here and on Twitter and everywhere. Awesome guy, good friend of mine. Need to do a video guy this someday soon. I'll stop talking about him now because he gets all self-conscious. Don't talk about me when I come to your live. That's why I don't say nothing. So moving on. But go subscribe. Defiant, Mr. Raven Productions. I killed so many fucking zombies in Vanguard earlier. My hands hurt so bad. Yes, yes. It sounds like a euphemism for... Never mind. Pony Person. Yes, I quit. No. But still, clean my gun before I lock them up. You should, yes. My Steve Wallace response earlier did not mean to confuse. Confused me when I read it after entering it. Sorry. No problem. But yes, I do watch Steve Wallace. I don't always agree with him, but he does some really interesting stuff that I do agree with. So he's very entertaining to watch anyway. He puts a lot of thought into his videos and the way they're constructed. So unlike me, who does no scripting and just sits here like an idiot. Unless it's a main Trekyards episode, then I script and research the fuck out of those. But anyway, those are beside the point. Shannon says, I haven't been on the con in so long. I love shopping in the booths for loose action figures. Open to a convention. Yes, I agree. Enterprise Season 5 animated. The Darth Eddie, I'd want to see an Earth Romulan War short trek to get made. Fill in the gap between the Terra Prime two-parter and the series finale on Enterprise. There you go. I personally wouldn't. I don't want to see the Earth Romulan thing. I don't really care. I don't know why. It just seems so overdone. People are like, yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that. Plus, there's all these fan films about it, and it's like, it wouldn't be what it's supposed to be anyway, because Enterprise fucked everything up timeline-wise. You wouldn't have any Daedalus class ships and big old bulky Romulan ships. With no visual communications, you know, it would be the fucking NX class and, you know, all of the NX fleet and super advanced warbirds that have cloaks, which they shouldn't have, but whatever. Yes, they would just fuck it up. I don't want to see that. A CGI animated Enterprise revival with the original actors reprising their voices would be great, Prodigy style. That would be kind of neat. Chando, what do you think about Star Trek Axanar? Should the movie be made? Do you know what's the status of the movie? I don't know what the status of the movie is. I think it was a great idea from the get-go. I thought it was fantastic. It's kind of like a Trek that I would really want to watch. So if they make something cool, if they don't, I don't really want to have an opinion on it. Because you say you like the idea of Axanar and everybody's like, oh, you like Axanar and Alec Peters, you're his best friend and we hate you and Trekyards is evil and fuck you. It's like, no, I didn't say that. I like the concept of the idea of the Axanar thing, and I like the style they were going for. That not Kelvin reimagined bullshit, but actually Prime how it should fucking look. So I can separate the two. But anyway, Shannon, also, why is windscreen? It's not, it's a windshield. You're not watching anything. The glass is shielding you from the wind and bugs. Yes, I agree. They're fucking windshields, and anyone that tells you otherwise is wrong. Also, why do they drive on the wrong side of the road? Because, oh, we want to be contrarian. Fuck you all. We're better than you. Like, go fuck yourself. This is the wrong side of the road, dude. I'm sorry. Just saying. Some Enterprise actors have passed away. Hoshi. Since fucking when did Linda Park pass away? Hoshi hasn't passed away that I've heard. That's news to me, Daniel. I'll have to look that. Somebody's confirmed that. Matt? Somebody? Moderator? Anybody? That's not how that works. Colin Barrett, the English language is not helped by the fact that many words are actually French in origin. The English has an amalgamation of fucking German, French, so many different pull-ins that it's a fucked up language. J.L. Young, I'm British. I know how to queue. Colin says the USS Enterprise was mentioned in a recent episode of Star Trek Discovery. What 32nd Century Federation starship class would it be on? I don't know. The Yo Mama class? It could be anything. Oh, we got a bot. Matt, take care of the bot for me. YJ Wrangler, the movie definitely should be made. Linda Park is still alive. Yeah, no shit. Will, the joke is a bit dark. My apologies. I don't own the Nikes, so no worries. It's all right. No worries. DFH Studios, thank you for not saying anything, laughing my ass off. Yes, please ignore DFH Studios. If you ever hear from this asshole, just tell him to piss off. Do not follow his... Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Do not follow his TikTok, his YouTube, his Twitter, his car, him in a dark alley. Don't follow any of that stuff. He's kind of an asshole, not very talented. You know, Just ignore him. It's fine. He'll go away. Just kidding. Got you. Oh, she passed away. Linda Park. John Doe. Yes. Okay. D.A. Fitch Studios. I miss you, cat. Miss you too, man. Shannon says also trainers. Their shoes. What are you training for? I don't know. Daniel. I could be wrong on which actor I'm going on memory. Yeah, don't be doing that. Don't be telling us that fucking people have died that haven't died here. Shannon says, I will concede that a runabout is better than a traffic circle. A roundabout is better than a traffic circle. Yes, I think a roundabout's better. We use roundabouts here, so. Axanar should be made. Fuck CBS. There you go. That was Shannon Murphy. I just don't want to get in trouble for. Somebody's going to clip that. Look what Foley said. Captain Foley loves Axanar and he's best friends with Alec Peters and he's going to make sure that, you know, the thing is, I don't care who you like and who you don't like or the situation. I can like who I want to like. I can like what I want to like. But as soon as I say that, everybody's like, oh, well, Trekyards is buddy with Axanar. And then all of a sudden we get a ton of unsubscribed people and we get hate and we get comments. And it's like, fuck's sakes. It's just a pain in the ass. So. Enterprise messing with canon wasn't worth it, even with the amazing cast. Well, it's an alternate timeline. It's fine. Curtis, I did watch Prodigy, and I do like it. Good man. Last I heard, Axanar was nearly complete. Area 51. What about a Star Trek Naranda 3 movie? See the Enterprise C and all its historic. I don't want to see the Enterprise C. I don't give a fuck. We already know what happens to them. We know what happens to Captain Rachel Garrett. I don't care. I don't want to see the Enterprise. I don't need to see the Enterprise. Another Ambassador class ship? Hell yeah. I don't want to see the Enterprise. I don't care. Not every show has to be up with the fucking Enterprise. Don't care. Just saying. Mark Lawrence, Axanar will be filming the last bits they need in the Los Angeles area next month. There you go. Darth Eddie, Linda is still alive. She's 43. Shannon Murphy says, I think that Rob Meyer Burnett gets way too much hate, especially on Trek BBS. How has he and his team supposed to know that CBS would crack down on fan films the way they did? They hadn't before. I don't have a problem with Rob Meyer Burnett. Actually, I consider him a friend. So I loved the movie Free Enterprise before I even had the chance to meet him. And then I got to do some interviews with him, and I think he's a great guy. And I really like Burnett. So I like a lot of people that don't like each other. And if somebody doesn't like me because I like somebody that they don't like, then I don't want that person to like me in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I like a lot of people that might not necessarily like each other. I am not a fucking go-between. I am not a connection between them. So I can like who I want to like. If you don't like that, you can step the fuck off. Sorry, but it's just the way it is. Whatever. I like a lot of people. I get along with a lot of people. I don't let politics and stories and backstabbing and all this political bullshit, again, more politics, but in a different sense. I don't let that influence my decision on who I like and who I don't like. It's not how I work. So, whatever. I like who I like. Rob Burnett I like. He's a good guy. Daniel says, okay, my bad. I was confusing Anton Yelchin with Enterprise cast. Yeah, that's Chekhov from the Kelvin movies. He has nothing to do with Enterprise, so yeah. Don't do that, Daniel. That's scary. That's like scary shit for some people. It's like, oh, she died? All right. Matt Berman, Linda Park is still alive, so I'm not sure where the rumor that she's dead has started. Started in this chat. Hopefully it doesn't go any further than this chat. If I hear that fucking Linda Park is... if I see a Linda Park is dead post on Facebook or something, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. If it starts here, that's not cool. Did you get snow, Captain Foley? Yes. Area 51, wrong side of the road, wrong side of the car. I'm pretty sure that's what started the American Revolution. I may be wrong. You're not wrong. That's exactly what did it. Shannon Murphy, why is a bot here spewing gibberish? Happens all the time. It's getting worse, actually. Pixie Doodle, Linda Park is alive. She was in Amazon Prime's Bosch. Linda is only a year older than me. She better not be dead. DFH Studios, you bastard. I love you too. I got you. Linda Park is not dead. Now Abe Vigoda is finally dead. Okay. The Darth Eddie, all the Enterprise lead cast are still alive. Jolene Balak is the only one who may or may not return to the role of T'Pol, depending on the project, since she retired from acting years ago. Shannon Murphy says Park was diagnosed with lupus, according to her Wikipedia. Pixie Doodle says Roundabout, Traffic Circle, Rotary. Pumpkin Spice, Linda Park is in Stuff magazine. YJ Wrangler, I believe they are called trainers in the same vein as running shoes, tennis shoes, etc. Training for a sport. Possibly. That's great. What's great is that Burnett is on the other side of the aisle from me, but we agree on a lot of things going on in the media right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't always agree with everything Steve, the fuck is his name now? God damn it. Steve Shives says. I don't agree with a lot of that shit, but I still I like the guy. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that, a lot of people say it, but I still enjoy their content. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff the Critical Drinker says, but he does it in such an entertaining and very smart, intelligent, well thought out way that I love the Critical Drinker. I don't always agree with his opinions on things about movies and things, but it is what it is, right? So, Will Sofer, thank you for being mature, Foley. I'm not a fan of those weird divisions in Star Trek fandom. Oh, like the fandom menace. You either like it or you can fuck off, or you either hate it or you can fuck off. Yeah, don't get me started. That internal politics bullshit is just that. It's bullshit. So, Quantum Leap being rebooted. Yeah, I've seen that. I'll believe it when I see it, though. How do you confuse Anton Yelchin with Linda Park? Well, he didn't say Linda Park. He said Yoshi, or Yoshi, or Hoshi. He said Hoshi, and spelt it wrong. But I was the one that said Linda Park. So, Shannon Murphy, I've always called them tennis shoes, and the cloth winter headgear a toboggan. What? And purses I call pocketbooks, and metal things you push at the store buggies. A cloth winter headwear is a toboggan? You mean a toque? Or Americans call it beanies. Here it's called a toque. A toboggan is a sled that you slide down a hill on. It's shaped like a candy cane. Made of either aluminum or wood. That's what a toboggan is. I don't know where headgear being called toboggan is coming from. James Gambit. Hello, Captain, from another Ontarian. Hello, another Ontarian. Colin says, I am like that. I have to keep many of my friend groups separate as they do not like each other. Generally get along with everyone. I don't like someone done something that's seriously wrong. Yeah, pretty much here too. Donnie says, I'm looking forward to the NBC reboot of Quantum Leap. Shannon says, happy 100th birthday to Betty White. Thank you for being a friend. Daniel May, when William Shatner passes, it will hurt like Lenore Nemo's head. Who's Lenore Nemo? You mean Leonard Nimoy's? Yeah. YJ Wrangler, you ride a toque down a hill in the snow. Yes, you do. Shannon Murphy, and Burnett isn't like a lot of showrunners these days. He doesn't force his views down your throat, you know? I know. Turd says Abe Vigoda was an actor. I know who he was. Who reported dead multiple times in American press. If you saw the horrible moment at Joe versus Volcano, he was the chief. Speaking of volcanoes, holy shitballs. Speaking of good movies, I watched one last night on Disney Plus called Underwater. It stars Kirsten Stewart, but it's really, really good. I don't know if you guys have seen it. About an hour and 36 minutes, but it's a really good movie. So it's Underwater on Disney Plus. Check it out. Eric says, look up a video of Betty White dirty jokes about Shatner. It's hilarious. I'll try to do that. Donnie says, how was your weekend? It was all right. It was not bad. It wasn't exciting or thrilling or anything, but it was all right. I can't remember what the fuck happened now, which means nothing happened. We basically sat at home. So, yeah, it was good. Shannon Murphy, they're toboggans. That's what they are. They're not, though. Never, ever in my 47 years on Earth have I heard of a hat called a toboggan. A toque, a beanie, a cap, a hat. There's probably some other fucking words, but not toboggan. Sorry. Ozzy, my weekend was just fine, Donnie. That's good. Pumpkin Spice. How do you confuse Chekhov with Yoshi? They both have names that aren't English. Hey, Vigoda was on Bonnie Miller too. Lupus is pretty nasty. My cousin had been diagnosed with it since birth of the second child. Oh, that's rough. Dr. Martin Luther King was a fan of the original Star Trek series. Yes. A Kirsten Stewart movie. Good. Yes. This was not Twilight. Kristen Stewart. She's actually a good actress. I finally saw Shang-Chi. Good movie. It's all right. It was all right. It wasn't as good as a lot of the other ones, but it was all right. Had a weird vibe to it to me. Shannon Murphy, yes, they are. Ha ha ha, toboggan hat, and they show up. Okay, if you say so. Everyone in the chat disagrees with you, Shannon. Put it this way, Shannon, I'll believe you, okay? Thousands wouldn't, but I will. It's between you and I. Sorry. Okay, how about O'Brien, a Star Trek story where we see him fighting in the Cardassian War and dreaming of being married to a level-headed, awesome woman someday. That's funny, I like that. The Darth Eddie, about a month until the 4K edit of the motion picture drops on Paramount Plus. Yes. Maybe turban, but not toboggan. Yes. It does not appear that there are hats called toboggan. It does appear that there are hats called toboggan. They originate in the south of the U.S. Well, that explains a lot then. No offense. Dr. Mantis Toboggan. Shang-Chi was pretty good, almost like a live-action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, that's exactly the vibe that I got from it. Have you got the 4K Star Trek movies yet, Cap? No, I don't have a 4K player, so no. Spock and T'Pol's names aren't English. I don't know who a T'Pol is. But yeah. Google says I'm right. Well, then good for Google. Just wrapped a screening of Blood and Fire. Nice. YJ Wrangler. Maybe in the South they strap actual toboggans to their heads like a beanie umbrella. Yeah, I can see that. I am New York metro area. Toboggan is a long wood sled. Winter hat is surprise. A winter hat. We do not use toque. Some call them beanies. Yes. Yeah, but a toboggan, yeah, it's a long sled, which you could say is shaped like a candy cane. The Darth Eddie, the Star Trek about Data at Starfleet Academy in the 2340s might work if it's CGI and not D.H. Brent Spiner. Don't need to see that, though. T'Pol, yes, not T'Pol. DFH Studios, gotta go. I need human food. Have a great night, Captain. Good night, sir. Whatever you guys do, do not go check out DFH Studios. The guy's shady as shit, man. I'm just saying. Just kidding. He's a good friend. Go check him out. Really funny, talented guy. Curtis says I hear a pug. Yes, you did. Matt Borman, it appears that the knit hats that toboggan riders often wore. Around 1929, the hat was dropped from toboggan hat and became known as toboggans. Well, Matt, I reject your reality and substitute my own. Pumpkin Spice, the upcoming live action. The Airbender is looking to be as bad as the live action Cowboy Bebop. Just give it up, Netflix. Eric Martin throws in $2. Please drink. Thank you. Thank you. My mouth was actually very dry. Shannon's from the Maria universe, and if they call them toboggans over there, let's not argue with her. They're different folk. I'm going to not read any fucking comment that says the word toboggan from now on, because I'm kind of over it. John Delancey has hinted that season 2 of Picard, there's a scene where Q, Riker, and Data in it. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. YJ Wrangler Sleeman? Yes, absolutely. The Darth Eddie says, since Alan Ruck was happy to reprise his role as Captain John Harriman in Gods of Man, we might be in the short... He might be happy to be in a short Trek film about the Enterprise B mission post the loss of Kirk. That would be awesome. Ozzy says, did you hear that Kristen Stewart did a guest star on Star Trek The Next Generation series as a young child? No, I did not hear that. And that is the last comment. I'm going to call it quits, though, guys. I'm not really tired, per se. I'm just worn out after shoveling today and stuff. Like I said, I had to lay down. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? Did not feel the best when I finished shoveling today. So, anyway, like I said at the beginning, there's 4 possibilities. I'm either fat, I'm either out of shape, or option 3, I'm fat and out of shape, and option 4 is that I'm old, or all the above. So, but anyway, I'm going to call it quits for the night, and thank you for watching, and toboggan will always be something you ride down a hill on, either made of aluminum or wood, shaped like a candy cane. It is a sled. Despite what your fancy Google machines say. And Matt, shame on you for defying your captain and proving him wrong on a live stream. You are fired. Turd Ferguson, $2. Go ahead, empty that bottle. I'm lost again. Yes, you are. And on that note, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Ooh, Pixie Doodle, 1701. Good night. I need to go open another beer for that one, but I'll do that off camera. So thank you so much. That was amazing and a great number for a super chat. So thank you. All right, guys. Like I said, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow at about 5 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing a live. So catch you then.